Hey guys, welcome back to Modern Polygyny. I'm Ray.
I'm Prince.
And on this channel we discuss polygyny and relationships in general. We're here to uplift, support, and encourage people who are involved in this lifestyle or people who have a genuine curiosity about this lifestyle. We will not debate or go back and forth with you because this is the lifestyle that we chose. So in today's video, we're going to be discussing the 5 love languages.
So the 5 love languages are words of affirmation, quality time, physical touch, acts of service, and receiving gifts.
Right.
Which one are you?
Me, acts of service for sure.
Acts of service?
Yeah.
What would you say I am?
Physical touch.
And quality time.
Quality time, that's true.
I have 2.
Right.
I think you have 2 as well.
Yeah.
I would say words of affirmation and acts of service.
Okay.
For you.
I can see that.
I know you. Yeah, so those are the 5 love languages. So first we're going to start with the words of affirmation. They're pretty much all self-explanatory. And with words of affirmation, you just basically showing your appreciation verbally to your partner, to your spouse. A lot of reassurance, letting them know, how you feel about them, and just stuff like that. What would you say?
I would say if your love language is words of affirmation, it makes you feel loved when people give you words of affirmation, when people build you up.
Even better. You said it even better. There goes the words of affirmation. I just told her she was better than me. All right, so the next one we're gonna do is quality time. Like I said, they're all pretty much self-explanatory. So if your love language is quality time, or your partner's love language is quality time, you or them enjoy spending quality time. It's actually, I would say, especially in a marriage, it could be hard sometimes to spend quality time. Yeah. Because a lot of times you get your time in whenever you can. Especially if you have children and you are both working or both busy with different things, it could be definitely hard to get quality time in. But it is very important to make time for the things or the people that you care about. And I see those efforts going a long way. Just making sure you take time, no matter how busy your day may be, just making sure you take that time to pay your spouse, your partner, some attention.
Right.
Quality time. So the next is physical touch. All right. So with physical touch, it's just what it says. Holding hands, cuddling, making love, massages.
I think that's it.
And just being close.
Yeah.
Just be in someone's personal space. So if your love language or your partner's love language is physical touch, you need to figure this out and reach out and touch them.
So the 4th love language is acts of service. And if your love language is acts of service or your spouse's love language is acts of service, you like when somebody does something for you. So for instance, if I cook dinner and I have the dishes to do and my husband decides to take the responsibility of washing the dishes, that's how I most feel loved. So if your love language is acts of service, you like when people do things for you to lighten your load.
Right. And what it pretty much looks like, I enjoy doing acts of service for her. So what it looks like is maybe just taking her car to go get washed. Maybe help, like she said, help out with the dishes. Like she cooked, you do the dishes. You know what I mean? Just any little thing. If you have children, just bathing. If she usually bathes the children, give the kids a bath that night.
Right.
Any little thing that helps out. Sometimes I'll look over her grocery list. Let me see what her grocery list is. Now, I'm not good at shopping at all. No. But it's the effort. She knows I'm out there trying.
Right.
I may come home with the wrong brands, but I try. And that's what that pretty much looks like.
Right. And the 5th one is receiving gifts. That is self-explanatory as well. So your love language is, not your love language. What you like is when people buy you things. So if your husband comes home with a bracelet, or he comes home with a pair of shoes for you, he comes home with a bag for you. Or if you are a man and your wife comes home with something nice for you, that is your love language, and that's the way you feel love the most.
Yeah. And this is probably my least favorite. I don't really like receiving gifts for some reason.
Yeah.
It's never been my thing. Like, she'll ask me, oh, what do you want for your birthday? And I'm like, shit, whatever you want to get me.
Right.
So I don't really care too much about receiving gifts.
Yeah, I don't either. It's not big for me.
But for some of you, it is. So next, we're just going to move on, like we said before, the importance of knowing your partner's love languages.
And I'm going to link the test that you can take, like the quiz that you can take in the description box if you don't already know your love language, so you can find that out too.
Right. Because some people don't know their love language.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a tie between the two. Like mine is acts of service and words of affirmation, and his is quality time and physical touch. So you may not know it off the top of your head because you're probably not thinking about it. But if you want to take the quiz, I'll link it in the description box.
Right. And it's important to know yourself, know your love languages, so then you can communicate those things. Because in relationships, a lot of times that's what is lacking, communication.
Yeah.
So there could be certain things that you need or your partner needs, and how is another person supposed to know if you don't even know?
Right. And not only knowing yourself so you can explain how you like to be loved, because a lot of times we love people the way that we like to be loved. So if I do acts of service for him, it doesn't do as much for him as it would for me. But if I know that his love language is physical touch and I touch him on a regular basis, then he feels loved that way. Just because I don't feel loved that way, actually I don't like cuddling, it's not my favorite thing to do, but he does. So if that's what he likes to do, then I do it for him because it makes him feel loved. And
I would also like to add to that your current partner's love language is not your ex's love language. So a lot of times as men, we feel that, hey, look, well, X, Y, and Z, she used to like this, and she liked this, and she liked when I bought her gifts, and she liked the shoes and the Chanel and all the bags, and she likes all the gifts. And your current partner may not respond to gifts the right way, the way that you expect them to, because that may not be their love language, right? That doesn't mean that they don't appreciate it. That just means that's not what makes them, sometimes they rather just spend quality time,
right,
or be held. Or sometimes they just like the words of affirmation, You just gotta figure it out, man. It takes time.
Yeah.
And communication is important in all relationships. So just learn your love language,
right,
love your spouse's love language, and communicate properly.
Yeah.
And let's get it. So this is the end of the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Bye.